Hey. Okay, I'm so excited for today's video because I talk a lot about how to stop procrastinating or to be more productive. And a lot of it involves really foundational things and things that, maybe some of the things that I teach inside your most profitable quarter yet, like systems and automation and knowing how to set up your calendar so that it really does a lot of the heavy lifting for you or, having daily non-negotiables, those types of things. But I also have a few like weird little habits, tricks, techniques that I use to stop procrastinating. So when I feel myself starting to procrastinate or I'm starting to have some resistance, there's a few tricks that I have up my sleeve, and I'm going to be sharing two of them with you today. So if you're interested in more like fun little things like this, leave me a comment and let me know because I'm curious. Are you interested in the more structural, foundational things that really move the needle? Or do you also like seeing some of these more fun hacks that I just find work well for me? So I'm going to share two of them today. They're both kind of weird. The first one is called, well, it's not called, but the first one is to wear yesterday's clothes. Now, this one might seem gross, and maybe it is, honestly, but I find choosing or finding ways to reduce your cognitive load, to reduce how many decisions you have to make per day is so beneficial to me. This is why like Steve Jobs wears the same outfit every day. I think Obama did something similar. He only had like the same, whatever. These people do it because it really does work. It takes just one less decision at the beginning of your day because we do know that your brain can only effectively make so many decisions per day. And so if you're an entrepreneur, if you're somebody who's running your own business, and if you need to make a lot of decisions throughout the day, which most of us do, you want to make sure that the decisions you're making are the ones that really require you to have a clear mind and to really be thoughtful. Whereas these little things that really don't freaking matter, especially in the Zoom era where most of us are like working from our computer and we can wear the same sweater that didn't get too dirty yesterday and wear it again today. So this is number one. If I see myself starting to create resistance in my life, I will start to think, all right, Alyssa, you're wearing these cute Lululemon track pants. Let's get it. And why did I do that? You're wearing these track pants, which they're not Lululemon, actually, they're American Eagle. You're wearing these track pants and choose a sweater, and you're wearing that one for the whole week, or at least like Monday to Wednesday. This is what you're wearing. And it sounds a little gross. Maybe it is. Judge me if you like. But I do find reducing that cognitive load, finding ways to make some of my decisions so much easier really helps. I also like to have a basket in my bedroom for the clothes that are not dirty, but not clean. And this is the basket that I'll kind of go back to and just grab something from in there and move on with my day. Okay, that's number one. That's one way to stop procrastinating because it's really easy to take your time choosing your outfit in the morning, whatever, getting ready. And this is a way that I will personally push the start time of my day a little bit, especially if the thing that I have to do in the morning is something that I have resistance around. So, number one, be nasty. Okay. Then number two, this is one of my personal favorites, and it was something that I felt like I unlocked when I figured it out. And that is what I call shifting the blame. And whenever I notice myself having resistance, or if I have a lot of deadlines that I need to hit, and maybe I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by all of the things, what I'll do is I will commit to someone on my team that I'm going to have these emails to you by this date. Maybe what you can do, this is something I do a lot, is I ask, my VA or someone on my team, hey, can you work this Thursday? Because I want to get you this by Thursday so that we can have it fully done and scheduled by Friday. Let's say you're using my year of emails product where I've given you a prompt for 52 prompts for a year's worth of emails. And you're like, I want to just get these emails done and scheduled, but I keep putting it off. I would say, hey, ask your VA, hey, can you work on Thursday? I'm going to get you all of these emails, and then you can schedule them and we can be just totally done by the end of the week. That kind of gives you a little bit of an incentive, because if she starts working on Friday, on Thursday, I've committed to paying her for, however many hours on Thursday. And if my stuff's not done, it's going to be a waste of my money. It's going to be a waste of her time. I'm going to break my commitment to her. These are all things that I don't want to do. And sometimes when I'm having trouble keeping the commitment that I've made to myself around a certain project and I'm procrastinating on it, shifting the blame and putting it on someone else and saying, okay, I need to get this done because I promised her I would get this to her by Thursday. This works every time, like without a doubt, every single time. And so if you have someone on your team that you can do that with, that's great. If you don't, I'm sure there are a lot of ways that you can do it in your life too. Like maybe you want to say like, oh, I'm going to have my sister over on Friday. So what that means is that I need to have all of this stuff done before Friday because she's coming over and I've committed to her and I'm going to spend time with her. And if I don't get this stuff done, I'm going to be thinking about it, all week or whatever it is. So shift the blame as much as possible. And put it on to somebody else so that it takes all of the, like discussion, or kind of like sometimes when you're procrastinating, you're kind of going back and forth with yourself and negotiating. Takes that totally away because there's nothing left to negotiate with yourself about. You now have a commitment to somebody else. So I find this works really well. You can also do it with like an accountability partner and say like, hey, I really want to have my sales page launched by Monday. If I don't, I'm going to give you $100. Great. Now my friend's going to come back to me and say like, hey, where's that sales page? Because she's looking for that $100, maybe that would work for you, but look for a way to shift the blame. This works every time when I'm procrastinating. So these are my 2 weird but highly effective tips for eliminating procrastination and being more effective when I'm noticing that I'm coming up against some resistance around big projects in my life. And I know that I really want to commit to them, but I can feel myself resisting them. I'd love to know if you've tried either of these. And let me know if you have any weird tricks that you use to eliminate procrastination when you feel it coming up. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll chat with you next week.